Boom, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel and you're watching Miguel EDC, and today we're going to be talking about 10 knives that are best for EDC, best budget knives out there. We're talking 10 best budget knives, folding knives for EDC this year. Keep in mind the links for all of these knives are going to be down below in the description. Those links do help out the channel at no extra cost to you. And if it's your first time stopping by in the channel, please consider subscribing. I make all kinds of knife video, knife EDC gear content on a daily basis. So guys, some of these knives, some of them are newer and older. I think the price range here is going to be probably around $50 to $60. It's going to be the budget category for this entire video. Some are going to be much more affordable than that. Some are going to be just right at around that range. But yeah, definitely talking about the best, most EDC budget knives out there that you can buy with your money today. Also, reviews are available for each and every single knife in this video. So if you want to go into more detail about any of these, make sure to check the links in the description. We're gonna go ahead and go through this list rapid fire here, so hopefully around a knife per minute. Starting the list off here with the Felisa folding knife, and this is, I know Felisa's not the most creative company there with how they name their knives, but this is the D2 variant here with G10 scales. This guy comes in around $25 to start us off, and it has that crossbar or axis lock mechanism right going on. Great, sharp, wonderful Warncliffe looking blade right there. Kind of gives me Cybertruck vibes every time I see it. It's a very comfortable and good to use knife right there with the crossbar and the thumb deployment and the reverse flick as well. To start us off right here around $25. Again, it's been very solid. The blade has a flat grind going on there. It's really good for cutting cardboard. This knife has cut a lot, tons and tons of cardboard from the time I've had it, and it's been solid ever since. So moving on to number 9, we have the Ganzo Firebird with this weird model name right here. This guy is also a crossbar lock, and this guy rocks a 440C satin finish blade here, which looks amazing, and it has the OD green G10 going on. You can thumb deploy this guy. Reverse flick, I don't know, maybe not so much. I guess you could. It takes quite a bit of practice. There's a lot of resistance there. There you go. I guess you could do it. A lot of resistance from the Omega springs on this guy, but yeah, definitely a very reliable EDC knife for the price. I believe this one comes in around $25 to $30 as well, around the same ballpark as the Felisa knife. Very, very solid, and it's really, really good with this drop point blade going on here. Satin finish again, crossbar, a great knife for the money. Moving on to number 8, and this one could be either the Wrap Model 1 or it could be the smaller brother, the Wrap Model 2. Now, the version that I have here is the AUS 8 version. This is basically an introductory steel, but you could get the D2, and I actually would recommend that you get the D2. I've been wanting to upgrade mine for a while, but I use them as comparison knives when I do my review videos, so get the D2 version for around $35 to $40, I believe. This guy is, again, awesome satin finish blade, flat grind going on from top to bottom, very slicey blade. And if you get this bigger version, the Wrap 1, I mean, it's an amazing, very comfortable to hold knife. G10 handles going on. It is a liner lock, and again, a great solid knife that you can beat on. It has stood the test of time, and that can be said for many knives in this list, so you'll probably hear me say that a time or two. Cannot go wrong with the Wrap Model 2 or the Wrap Model 1. You get around that $35 to $40 range. Number 7, we have the Civivi Ordis. All right, Civivi Ordis. This guy has a satin finish 9CR 18 MOV blade going on in this little guy. FRN or nylon sort of handles here, so it's a little bit under that G10. So if you prefer G10, maybe consider that. Some of the other knives here, but the Ordis has, look at this blade shape right here, right? Awesome blade shape going on. If you love satin finish knives, right, this is definitely a good one to pick up. This blade is hollow grind going on, and it's just very, very slicey, very, very slicey. And the ergos are really, really good. You have a deep pocket clip as well, and you could sort of forward choke on this guy too, which is pretty nice. A nice, very pokey tip right there for those special utility needs, if anything. But yeah, that being said, there's a lot more we could say about the Civivi Ordis, but we're on a time crunch here, so check it out. It comes in around, I believe, $45 or so. Coming in at number 6, we have the Kershaw Leek, around $50 or so. This guy's rocking a 14C 28N blade. Pretty good for the price. This is a Ken Onion design USA knife from Kershaw, and it has stainless steel handles. It is a frame lock, right? Not a liner lock, but a full frame lock, and it is assisted. So it has the speech safe from Kershaw, so you basically open it just a tad bit it boom, fires and opens the rest of the way, which is pretty neat. Can't go wrong with this guy. Has a very skinny Warncliffe blade there that I fell in love with from day one of my EDC journey, and I've been loving my Kershaw Leek ever since. Very pointy, very pokey out of all the knives here, and again, something to consider also in this best top 10 EDC budget knives that you can purchase this year. Moving on to number 5, and we have the, of course, it had to make the list. That is the Civivi Elementum. This is the base version Elementum, which is a flipper. This particular one has a D2 satin finish blade and G10 handles, deep pocket clip. Another option you could go for is the button lock. I got this button lock Elementum here, which is a little bit larger there by comparison. You know, similar blade and handle, just a little bit longer, as you can see. And there's even a version that has the flipper and the button combined, so you could pick that one up as well. I'll make sure to link it in the description. So whatever combination Civivi Elementum you get, you're gonna get a very vanilla design blade that is gonna basically be good for any sort of EDC task or daily need that you may have. The handle is very ergonomic, and did I mention it has a deep pocket clip to go along with that. Very elegant from Civivi. They're very sharp out of the box. Best of the best budget knives out there. Moving on to number 4, and that is the Rike. Hopefully I'm saying it right. There's so much going back and forth how to pronounce Rike. The Rike P801, right? This guy right here. And this has been a tank of an EDC knife. It is a flipper. This guy comes in, I believe, around $30 or so, and it rocks a 14C28N stonewashed steel there on the blade. A flat grind going all the way through, which makes this knife extremely slicey, and then stainless steel handles going on as well. It is a little bit on the heavier side. It got some weight to it, not too heavy, not too light, but definitely a good option there. It is a frame lock, right? Frame lock all the way on this guy. I love the blue accents, deep carry pocket clip right there, and that anodized blue. Same thing, little accents here in the pivot. Same with the thumb studs. You can thumb deploy this guy. Reverse flick, not so much. It's a little bit uncomfortable to do, but thumb deployment and flipper for sure. And that is the Rike P801. Coming in at number 3, and honestly, these two could either be 2 or 3 because they're both really good. You'll see what I mean in a second. Number 3, the Sencut Saxi. And this is one of those, it really checks a lot of boxes because not only is it a great EDC budget knife, around $47 or so. This one has a 9CR 18 MOV blade, satin finish on this bad boy here. It is a flipper, but also it's a button lock knife. So you have so many deployment options with this guy. The button, of course, the flipper, the thumb deployment, and the reverse as well. You have the micarta handles going on, and you have the deep pocket carry clip right here, which is very awesome. At number 2, right, just because we're in the same realm here, the Sencut Crawley. Same deal going on, except this one has a D2 stonewashed blade, and I put this one at number 2 because I like the blade shape a little bit more. Reminds me a lot of the P801 we just looked at. You guys be the judge right there. Same flat grind, same stonewashed finish going on, except this one, of course, is a button lock as well. So you have the same fidgetability as the Saxi, flipper, button, thumb deployment, and even the reverse flick as well. So that is your number 3 and number 2. Again, around $47 for each of these. So they could be interchangeable, 3rd and 2nd place. And boy, oh boy, we're down to number 1. What could possibly be in our number 1 spot? Well, I will say this. If you guys have been following the channel for any amount of time, you know exactly what is at the number 1 spot. And yes, you will be correct. It is the CJRB Pyrite. CJRB Pyrite. It checks the most boxes out of all the knives. It is, first of all, a great budget knife. It comes in around $50. Also, probably top most fidgety knife of the year, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, it's just all around amazing knife. So you could either get the drop point version, which is the OG Pyrite, or same price, right, around $50, you could get the Warncliffe Pyrite Alt. Both of them are going to be rocking the proprietary AR RPM 9 steel, which is a proprietary steel, basically premium steel from their more premium brand, Artisan Cutlery. And basically very similar to like a D2, and it's just a rock solid steel for the money. And then the fidgetability, it is through the roof. You have stainless steel handles on these guys, on any of these. They even make an XL version of the Pyrite as well, if you want to check that out. Deep pocket carry clip that is basically best in the business, and overall just extremely reliable knives. It is such an easy pick when it comes to my rotation, what knife is going to make it into my pocket the next day if I'm ever in a rush, without a shadow of a doubt, this will be the knife that I will default to. These Pyrites, both the OG one and the Alt, Pyrite Alt, they have been in my pocket for so long over the last couple of months. It's one of the more newer knives to come out in the last year or so, and yeah, this is where the money's at, you guys. If you don't have a Pyrite by now, you are missing out. It is an amazing knife. That's why it is at #1 in the list today. You can forward choke on this bad boy. You can get a lot of utility if you get this Warncliffe version. They're both very sexy looking. So you guys be the judge right there. I'm gonna go ahead and bring them all back here in frame, and you guys let me know what are your picks down in the comments. We have the Felisa there, that was at #10. We have the Ganzo Firebird at #9. We have the, we'll use the wrap model one here at #8, even though it could be wrap model 1 or 2, depending on your size preference. We have the Ordis, Civivi Ordis at #7. We have the Kershaw Leek at #6. We had the Civivi Elementum, and I'll just use the button lock, or you could use either one, right? The OG Elementum, the new button lock 2 Elementum, any of those you can go wrong with. At #5, at #4, we had the Rike P801. #3, the Sencut Saxy, and I'm running out of room here. Hopefully I can fit them all in frame. #2, the Sencut Crawley, and I think, yeah, let's just go ahead and squeeze in there the CJRB Pyrite. Bam. Now guys, these are 10 knives that I own myself. I have EDC'd each and every single one of these, hence why I recommend them so highly. Are there other options out there? Of course, right? As a matter of fact, let me know in the comments what would have been your top 10 picks for the best budget EDC knife this year. I'm curious to see what kind of ranking, what other options you guys would have come up with from your perspective. That being said, guys, I upload content of knives on an ongoing basis, you know, knives that I own, that I like or don't like, and I share my perspective, feedback on all of them. So if you like knives and EDC gear and you're stopping by for the first time, please consider subscribing. There's content like this going on a daily basis. If you made it to this point in the video, you guys are the real MVPs. Love y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.